to talk about what I thinking about this throughout this weekend. I I think all through this life I have been so miserable. I have from at the beginning I have hold so all into the scientist and the scientific research, but now it turns out whatever I do, whatever I say, these people just pretend, just fake, sleep, just don't make all kinds of excuses to reject my papers. They are all wrong. They are all doing complete rubbish things. And I just let me begin with the beginning of my PhD journey. I I think during my um during my undergraduate study, I was always thinking that I would always do academic, always always working hard to do academic, and I think I will do better. I, I don't have any other strengths. Then my mom told me that, oh, you have to uh, drop out of school after undergraduate then to support your brother to go to university, and that makes me get a mental illness because I don't think that I have any other advantages to in the world that makes me completely have to be a person that I have that is not myself. And then I finally get into the world, get a job, and many jobs always find quickly. And finally, find so many become a top engineer. There's so many things did wrong in this engineering world, and I still didn't find myself very good because I think there are in academic there'll be much more smarter people in the academic, and now I in academic. Finally, I find that these people did all things wrong. Even those people, one bunch of people said that these people did all this wrong, and then I even found that both of them are all wrong as well. So I kind of think like it is so miserable that all I have spent so many years to learn this science and technology, but completely wrong, and these things kind of useless to my life at all. Don't make me happy and just get this completely wrong theories. So funny, and then I realized I feel so sad about it. And then I go back to after the engineer, even I become the top engineer, I still don't think very good of myself. So I would go to academia. And go to academia, I get into the top university in China and find the top scientists in China are so bad. And then I hope that in the Western world will be better. Then Donald Trump stopped me going to American. Then I go to UK finally. At the first year, at the first few months, oh, people just don't. No one tell me what to do. No target. So I kind of don't want to work without any purpose because that's not my personality. I'm not that just a hard work for hard work person. And then my supervisor, without saying anything, just wanted to fire me because he had someone else applied for his PhD position. So if he can fire me, then the other person can become his PhD student. And I was so scared at that moment. Because I am on student visa, if he fire me, then I have to go back to China. I know how bad China's engineering, this work industry is, and also how bad this China's academics is, and top universities is. So I was so scared, and I was so scared, and then I worked day and night, can't so day and night, and then I even stay up at night that I never did before until uh, I think I never that kind of person trying to work hard, work too hard because I know, but because I always believe that my strength is not in working hard. My strength is my being smart and genuine. So my supervisor uh, suddenly wanted to kick me out of my PhD completely. Made his excuse is saying that I'm not hardworking enough. So it's completely against my personality and completely. So I to please him, I worked day and night and then always stay up at night until 4 p.m. or 4 a.m. and or 2 a.m. and makes my hair, my beautiful black hair, so many white hair, gray hairs, and maybe there are other problems to my body. I think before that I always very confident of my health, of my strong body. But after that, I can't say that. And also before that, I always confident about my beauty. But after this, so many self torturing because of the so many unfounded stresses. So I don't have any confidence of my skin beauty or my health. So I suddenly getting older quickly because of the PhD. And finally, I discovered something. Those top conferences papers, these top journal papers are completely wrong. And then I very confidently to submit my discoveries, telling that they are all wrong. And turns out that these people uh, would giving all kinds of excuses to reject my paper, say like they do very complex, over complex things, things very important and very, but I use very simple things to prove that they are wrong. They would criticize me, so I say, oh, you are just so simple. So simple is not a problem. Wrong is the problem. And this scientific researchers don't know about it at all. He did even wrong in these very simple things. And today I just think about Ian like a gallery. Um, I think at his time, all this research community at that time believed that Earth is the center of the world, and he said that sun is the center of the world, and then he was cast into prison. So I think I kind of like him. Not yeah. I think kind of like in his situation. So I think doing this PhD makes me uh, dismiss so many admirations of scientific. I really admire scientific science and really want to and admire people like Einstein think about nothing else, just thinking about seeking truth. But after my own PhD research, I realized this so many things are completely wrong, and then they wasted they can be wrong for a long time, and about so it comes back into the what is taught in the primary school is makes me try to understand why in the stand in the shoes of gallery, and now I am in the position of gallery now. Then all the research communities are wrong, and I pointed out they are wrong, and then they can't they don't give me uh, just never make my paper get accepted. So without any accepted paper, I can't get any PhD positions. So no, I can't get any postdoc positions to continue uh, to work in academia, especially in such time is every people is working is very competitive in PhD, overcrowded PhD, and very competitive in postdoc and post competitive in academia. So I can't go on, and even with this, I even can't get jobs in industry, and I have nothing to things like this PhD didn't help me to get a better job in industry. Also, don't help me, don't make me get into the academia. Since like I just wasted 3 years just talking to these people who will never listen to me. They're just doing their wrong things and just congratulations each other about so many papers in our lab. So many papers are accepted by NIPS. So many papers are accepted by ICML, and they will never listen to me. And they enjoy themselves. And this is very, very heartbreaking. I think those days that I believe the world is justice, and so I try to make myself selves better to get some justice. And but it turns out it's still a jungle society. And I feel very. I feel like I am very, very foolish. I fool myself at the beginning. I shouldn't believe that that the world can be can be correct, can accept what is truth and what is genuine. I completely fooled myself. I just think that I just wasted so much of my time and my energy and so many admiration to the things completely propagandas. I really, really, really feel very bad about myself. I think the place that I was born, I know that the world is very evil world. I don't know who told me that the world is very justice and very good. And as long as I work hard in my schooling, and then I worked very well, and then turns out the world is very evil still. And then I feel like that I have lost all my times, all my best years of my life, and my energy, and even this last 3 years of my PhD, because my supervisor always threatened to kick me out of the university, kick me out of the PhD, and then makes me so scared. And I even lost my confidence, lost my healthy, lost my health and confidence. And I think I lost everything. I have been applied for maybe hundreds of jobs, but no one job gave me an interview. Everything is rejection. I do everything, whatever I do, everything. When I do an engineer, I become the top engineer and discovered all the mistakes that all the engineers made, and I am only the right person and get so many patents, can design so many design machines very quickly, to design the structures very quickly, and learn from the top engineers. Some people just see some smartness in me, and then I go to get a PhD. I think go to academia and also do some computer vision and to application for the for the industry to replace human inspectors. I also get the best experimental results, and now I do the graph neural network, and I also get all kinds of. I find that the majority papers in this field are completely invalid and wrong. So everything, whatever I do, I can do it very well and become the top of the world doing it. And turns out that with this thing, I would never get any chance to get a job with this ability. They will always require you to have a relevant experience. Although I really do have relevant experience, but I don't know why there's no job interview for me. I my boyfriend have been helping me a lot to revise my CV, but I still this is in the second round of mass uh, application of jobs, and then still no interview at all. I I really feel very bad about everything. That this is the new deadline for a new for the this year's conference paper NIPS, and when that deadline is approaching, that is tomorrow. I don't want to write anything about it. Whenever I write, I get in front of the computer to want to write something. I feel like these people wouldn't listen to me. And what's the point that I talk to them if so I just don't want to say anything. And then I play chess, play video games. I think that even play chess makes more sense, takes more of my takes more brain than doing this talking to this reviewers. So I wasted my time playing chess, and then chess make me feel. And I play chess very badly, and many people can bully me very quickly because chess, that is again make other people, once I miss, make other people very miserable if you can win. But and then I realized that I shouldn't play again like chess, because that is using your smartness to make other people misery, and all your happiness is built on other people's misery. Then I realized that I am a woman. I am almost a 40-year-old woman. I think a woman have been working hard all her life, and when she's in her 40s, she should enjoy a very peaceful and loving life. But I didn't have a peaceful, loving life. But I have to. What's the bother to play chess that make other people can kill me so much? But whenever I do try to do my PhD, then I think that there's no point of me write anything to say anything to this group of community, research community, to them. Things like that is even more worse. That is than chess, than play chess. That those people, things like everything is error against me. I was Yesterday. My boyfriend and I went to Dundee, and I see that, oh, Dundee is so beautiful. There are so many. It's so compact. So many designs. It's very things like takes a lot of smart to design. So many and you can't see any elsewhere. And I was quite like it. But after I come back, I read about Dundee. It said that Dundee is 29% of population in Dundee is on benefits. That many people don't have jobs, have to live on benefit, and 20% of the 27% of the Dundee children live in poverty, and Dundee's most leading economy is the Dundee University. That is that is even more miserable. So I think those people graduate from Dundee University must have much more stress than me, because they can't find a job in Dundee, and they have to move to London or to Edinburgh to find a job. And I think you would feel very desperate, hopeless when you live in a situation that you see that every people is living on benefits. But I can see it's but I think that is much better than in China. I think China also gets lose a lot of jobs, and but many uh, but and but there are still some people uh, very uh, would bully you because you are poor. But I think in Dundee, if even if people are poor, they live in benefits, there wouldn't be any bullying among people, other people. So I think that is still much better than in China. So just think about it, and since even British native people can so struggling to get jobs, let alone me, and especially that the majority jobs that apply, they would require to British citizenship, or even at least would require your visa, that they wouldn't support your visa. So I so I feel so I feel very very hard, and maybe they don't need much talented people in the world, and I really feel very very hopeless here. So in this situation, I see so many comments here. Can I read some comments? Fantastic day. Thank you very much. I'm here. Thank you. God bless you, Mary. Thank you. Hi there. I'm so sorry you are having so much hard time. Just know that there is a point and there is a need for you. You can do this. You're smart and strong. Clearly, you have been through a lot of hardship in life. Yeah. I really, I really, I don't know what my Chinese supervisor think about when he threatened to kick me out of my PhD, because that don't happen much among the students. I talked to some officers in our university. They said that you, as long as you don't do nothing, then there's no point to kick you out. But he threatens me on that. I think if you threaten a British student about that, I will kick you out, they wouldn't be too much stressed. But for me, it's very stressful because I am on student visa. If I am kicked out of it, then I have to go back to China. And all these 3 years, I have been very miserable in living in such stressfulness. And turns out that this PhD is not that fruitful. It's just in a very rubbish uh, direction, because I beat them all. And so I really don't agree with my Chinese supervisor about working hard. There's no point of working hard if you don't get the direction. I never blindly working hard. I'm not that kind of person. And I'm kind of like my British supervisor. Like I have recently have write some papers talking about this two sub field of my research field are completely wrong, and my British supervisor, he read my papers and quite completely agreed with me. And when I told him about that I'm getting rejected on the conference, and my British supervisor really trust me, and would say that saying that to seek truth is more important to get accepted by the by the conferences. I'm really get so much encouragement from that. My Chinese supervisor, I think sometimes after a month, he had read my paper, he would just ask me to make a his name removed from the his not changing me as correspondence author instead of him, because he said that he don't want to he don't agree with what I said, criticize other people's are all wrong. So means that he never really understand what I have done, what I have believed in, completely don't understand it at all. So but my British supervisor, my British supervisor don't have any postdoc positions, but my Chinese supervisor, he have a lot of postdoc positions, and he his postdoc recently have published many top conference papers, and still can't find a permanent job, so he's still working with him as a postdoc. So this is quite funny. And I think maybe he will admit me, but I really don't want to work with him anymore. I feel very stressful, so I'm really quite determined to get a job, any job that I just stay away from Chinese, and then I really don't want to work hard, and this Asian style of working hard and just to just on purpose, just to keep the position and do everything to keep the position. I don't know. I think maybe scientists. Maybe I should realize that a scientist is just a job that just like any job you do, and you just have to do anything uh, that unnecessary just to keep the job, like telling lies. And but I am thinking it too pure, and then makes me very hard in this position. Maybe that is things makes me very naive in this. So yeah, at least you have to pretend that you are hardworking, pretend you are working, and you do a lot of effort, and pretend to be complex to stay in this job. And it is not for it is not for people who stand high and get in the top, and those other people are all wrong that can stay. It is those people can always talking make them stay. So yeah, you makes you don't complain if they are being that's horrible thing to say to you. If I were you, I'd try to document any future interactions with this person and make a complaint if they are being threatening. Don't let anyone make you feel you don't. Oh, he that threatening is not it is not subtle. He's just put in the yearly report, in the every year that there will assessment of the PhD student, and they will just put in the yearly report, saying that maybe I not qualified to go on, and they will kick me out. So it's not something any hide. This threatening is very obvious. So there's no need to do. Every people sees that belong here because you do. Clearly, you work hard. It seems your Chinese supervisor either overcritical. Listen to your UK one, but maybe let them know the stress the Chinese user is putting you on you possibly. Yeah, I think my British supervisor he is quite happy with himself. I don't think he has any postdoc positions. And when I talk about what I that my scholarship will be end, my PhD stipend will be end in 1 month. He said he just said that you have to find a job quickly. He didn't say that I can give you a job. No, he didn't say. Although he agreed with what I have done, and even he made some posters talking about what my work, but he don't. He wouldn't offer me a job, and maybe it's very difficult for British professors to get funding. So, but my Chinese supervisor maybe is very good at getting funding. So I just feel like that this PhD is really makes me realize so many mistakes that has in my heart, and finally I realize it's completely a false chasing all through my life to do academia and to seek truth, and complete, and then turns out everything is wrong. Everything is just a propaganda. Everything is just a dream. Just suddenly the dream just get a break, just a break open, and then I really find that there's no point to keep anymore. But you still want to would like to get money, right? When the idealism just a break, but you still do really want to get money. Like if someone asks you to do some bad things, some tedious things, like standing in the street for an hour, and then they will give you 100 pounds, and you would do it, right? So it's also like that. So it seems like I just being degraded. If I don't catch the academia, then I will be degraded. If you work in academia, then you have to telling lies and pretend that you are doing something very complex and just collude with those people. Peer reviews, they are completely do all wrong things. But you just don't. Yeah, I told my British supervisor about that, being those people, those scientists build this moat for themselves, so they can enjoy themselves very comfortable life and get a very good pay, although they are doing very rubbish things. But and then I am the person. I shouldn't be the person that's telling that your moat you're completely wrong and break their moat. But I should collude with them and just talk to with them to support them, so I can get into their circle and also protected by the moat. Then my British supervisor said that seeking truth is most important. But seeking truth, what do I get? Then I can't get into the moat protection of the scientists. And then when I go to the industry, then I feel I was discriminated as an immigrant. I don't. Yeah, most British jobs they would require a British citizen. So I get nothing. So it makes me very, very, very. Seems like yeah, seems like everything is wrong here, and I feel completely aimless now, and nothing is interesting now. I really feel this is so bad. I think if this happens in China 5 years ago, I would have very happy. I would be very, happy that I would be happy that just the worst case is just I drop out of the university and I go outside to find a job because I am a top engineer. I'm so good at designing things and I have so many patents. I definitely will find a very good jobs and do very interesting, innovative things all the time. But now China's economy is falling a lot. I'm not sure. I don't think that I can still find a job in China. But here in UK, they don't have much engineering jobs. Engineering jobs here, maybe because they all they all this mechanical engineering, this manufacturing is mostly moved to the poor countries like China, Vietnam, Cambodia, and all kinds of things. These poor countries not here, so I can't find similar jobs here, and so I so I completely lost here. And but only happiness is that my boyfriend is supporting me. I really. So I asked my boyfriend to support me as a spouse visa, and he is think that it's too hasty that we have just dated for 3 years, and then he think it's too hasty, and he is very young, and then but he still helps to agreed to agreed to help me agreed that we can get married, and then and just last week we went to buy a engagement ring. That is the best, most beautiful ring that I have ever seen. Makes me so happy. I'm so expecting to get a ring for myself. Things like everything is coming true. I have been um I have been watching all kinds of movies of love, people when they get when I was a girl, I watched all kinds of Chinese movies talking about the girls when they become a young woman. They can so many people chasing them, and they can pick the person that they most love, and then they can get an engagement ring and get a wedding and can get a family and get a honeymoon. And but when I grown up, nothing happened. Nothing. This things happen to me at all. When I grow up, when I was a teenager, I all my time is wasted in schooling, always schooling and reading, just do the textbook, even not reading books. I think even reading books, you can get some happiness because the books that you read, that it maybe you picked by you, that make you improve your knowledge and improve your thinking. But I just spend all my teenager years, day and night, every day, or I don't, every day just learning from the textbooks to just cope with the college entrance exams, and the college entrance exam is also very bad thing. So and just yeah, so I don't get anything. And when I become a young woman, then I got encounter all kinds of scams and all kinds of bad men, and it makes me realize that oh, the world can be so bad, and then I get nothing good. And then finally I meet my boyfriend and things like now I beginning to get everything, but I still very sometimes a little bit hesitate to believe, is it really that someone, is this really that there is someone so good in the world that is treating me so well and make me can trust so much. So I just can't believe, because I have been punished and bad, and all through all my past lives. So I'm very, but I always get confirmed by my boyfriend. He is always supporting of me. So so I so it seems like this all this almost 40 years that I have always been working hard, always been being smart and talented, and I get nothing. I get no friendship, no people, no people loves me, uh, or no people, uh, and nothing, no money, uh, no position, no dignity, but only my only my boyfriend. So nothing else. So means that the whole world means little to me except my means nothing to me except my boyfriend. So I think. I think that oh, I just want to stay at home and don't want to see anybody in the world. Just stay at home. I wouldn't have no intention to do anything. Yeah, try looking up in caseness direction for engineer jobs. Caseness, okay, there is a lot of things up there that engineers are needed for. I think you are great and know you will be okay. Definitely have your dignity, holding yourself strong despite all these hardships. Yeah, yeah, thank you very much. I really think yeah, I trying to make friends with other people, trying to be nice with other people. But I remember that's just the last week when I go to the concert, to listen the concert of Mozart's Requiem, and because that day is my boyfriend bought a engagement ring for me, so I was so happy. I was, and then when I, because our seats is in the middle of 10 people on the left, 10 people on the right. We have to pass 10 people to get our seats. So when I passed the seat, I accidentally hit an older man. Maybe it's not older man, it's only 50 years older man. I hit him, and then because my mind is just immersed in my own happiness and also tiredness, so I didn't say sorry to him, or didn't reaction to him, and then that young woman besides him kind of despised me afterwards, and then I and then whenever and then I just move a little bit, and then she will say please stop, and then and then I and then yesterday again, I went to the theater to watch the parody of Johnny Cash, and again there is a woman sit beside me. That makes me very scary. That I don't want to be despised again by other people. And but turns out that woman is quite nice to me and smiled to me, and she is more beautiful than the much more beautiful than the woman that I met um, on the on the previous day. So I think that sometimes I meet good people, good strangers. Sometimes I meet bad strangers. But maybe I should change my behavior, my habit in UK, that I try always to say sorry if I hit people by when walking, and otherwise other people will despise me. So well, that is kind of against my personality, because I'm not good at talking, and yeah, so I maybe I should learn to be polite. Yeah, much more polite in this country. So that is what my experience these days. Yeah, yes, yeah. So I just realized that I am a gallery now. It's, things like gallery, realized that said that the sun is the center of the earth and the center, but every people else believe the earth is the center, and then he get sent into prison. But now how gallery. How Gary cope with this thing? I think he must believe what he thinks he's right, but and he would still enjoy good life with his family. So things like everything else is not that important. Still just get a job and make a living, and then you can survive. Although to be a scientist is much more comfortable job, and you have a lot of free time. You can do nothing. No supervisor, no manager will lecture on you, and that's like a privilege of the society. But it seems like it is not. It is not. This moat is getting decreasing, and people like me to just kind of to uh, discover they'll just take off their mask. They are not so authority. So that is what I believed in. I really think that God will not go against me, that I am so talented and so um I really think that I can quickly find a job. I can't do the job of any job because I have hemorrhoid. I can't do the job that you have stand up for a long time, like do a cleaning or do the catering or do a waitress, because I that will make me bleeding. So I'm not I cannot do any job, but I really can do some job with my talent. And I'm so happy that my English improved a lot, and and that's it. Yeah, I think, and also I have seen so many people in the world. It's not like a OpenAI, like Anthropic. At first was being looked down upon, but now Anthropic is so strong now. So as long as you have strong ability, and then you will. True gold will shine at the end. In the end, so I really think that I will go past it. And sometimes I would think wonder if is it that it would be better that I just stay in China. I don't think so, but I I think since the UK is much more advanced country in China, and uh, I think in China, in Shenzhen, I have get a lot of jobs doing all kinds of interesting work, like design the endoscope, design the CT machine, design all kinds of medical devices, and design dentist equipment, all kinds of interesting things. But in China, in UK, I don't see such opportunity, and so I but they are just copying the product of the Western world. I really think that I should design something very genuine, very creative here if I have such chance. And I also think about those people poverty in Dundee. Like my boyfriend said, it's not their fault that they are in poverty, because the company and the factory migrated to India. So those 10,000 people immediately lost their jobs. So it is not their fault. So that makes me a little bit worried. I don't want to be in that situation, but I don't think that I would be too miserable. Then I was living in China, and I, yeah, I think, if I leave, the only job that don't discriminate me as is academia. Discriminate me as an immigrant is to do academia, and um, if I just downgrade to industry, and then every job is ask you prefer you to be British citizen. So I think so many problems. I really don't. Okay, yeah. Generally, we try to be over polite. People won't despise you, but they might think it's rude. They should be more considerate of shy people, though. Oh yeah, I maybe I'm just a little bit shy. Oh, not always talking. Say sorry. I think next time I should be like that. Yes, a little bit shy of my personality. Yeah. I'm very, very shy. Thank you. I think you are a very, very smart girl. You can understand my personality. I really don't mean rude to not say sorry when I bump people. Eh, thank you very much. I don't know what I can say more. Thank you very much. Amy back.